Perfect. All right. Boys, man, do I got a treat for you. So, quick backstory. I've been telling my Discord knows what's up, but I got to share this with everybody else. So, I couldn't stand the connection on this game. It was getting unbearable. And I only play when I stream. I wanted to record everything because there's people out there that they need to see like the struggles, the good, the bad, the everything. And this is just part of the journey. But as I'm streaming the gameplay after the initial release, like that first release date, which was the best gameplay I've had still to this day. Can't explain it, right? That's when an influx of players play. The servers get flooded and typically it goes bad, right? But it was great. So I'm like, oh my gosh, EA Sports really did fix the gameplay. And that was while I'm streaming the whole nine, which was excellent during beta. Pretty good during early release. There's a few dodgy days, but not terrible. And then that first day of full release, excellent. And after that, just trash. It crashed totally to the ground. Virtually unplayable to barely playable. Even getting wins wasn't fun because it was, you couldn't really play football. You have to play a whole different style when the gameplay is that bad. Okay, so fast forward. I'm literally getting ready to maybe just do a manager career mode type thing. And I'm not trying to get too excited because I know that this may not be the answer. And it just may seem like it is. And so, boom, it could go back to bad gameplay. That would be terrible, but so far, so good. And I want to tell you guys, 4 games here. Handful in Rivals. And even my first day, I left a message on my Discord and I said, guys, I'm pretty sure it was the stream because I just had my best game playing days. It wasn't the greatest, but it was playable and it totally changed how I needed to play. It was like, oh, now I remember this. And so when I did that, I tied the first game. I should have won. I was up 3-1. Opponent goes full press at the end, ties it up. It was just a junk game, but I seen like the difference in how I started playing with terrible gameplay and what I needed to do. I proceeded to lose 2 close games. Actually got demoted back to Division 5 for 1 game. Then I got it all together and I cooked. And once I saw that this was a string of good games, I knew. Because you barely get 1 good game, typically speaking, okay? With how gameplay was going. From the second day after full release on stream, it was just the most frustrating thing to the point where I was almost done. It was manager mode, authentic gameplay. Let's create a team, have fun. I used to love watching those. I want to bring back the in-depth, awesome, get the community involved type of career modes, right? And EA Sports did a good job of adding some stuff this year. Okay, so I've said I'm just going to play. This is it. This champs, this is all I'm going to do. And if it's bad, I'm done. And if it's good, I'll keep grinding. I even put out a poll. Like, just go to career mode, forget about even trying to grind or grind on. It was about 50-50. But as I'm getting ready to log into my stream on the first day, I usually play a warm-up match, like in Rivals, then get into champs. Now, I've had a tournament all weekend because I coach. And so I've got to go hard tonight into tomorrow, which is fine. And tonight was actually a big test because it's primetime hours. And I thought maybe playing late helped last night. But the gameplay was still just as good as it has been 2 games in a row. Both in Rivals and Champs. So I haven't put as big of a dent. But you see 4-0 in Champs. And then in Rivals, after losing that game to go to Division 5, there was a string of games when I saw, wait, this gameplay is actually good. I've won 1 to get to 4. 2. I've only won 2 here. So that's 6-0 since I haven't been streaming. And we're about to watch the highlights of the last 2 games where you're going to see how bad these dudes are going to be hurting when your boy comes to town not delayed. Okay? So first, we'll start with the Rivals game. And while I'm doing this, I also want to do a tutorial, right? So, welcome to the channel, and welcome to a new beginning for OGFC. Unfortunately, it means no streaming, but we can still get a lot out of this, right? I used to do this anyway at the start of my channel, and a lot of content creators do it where they just show you the highlights. They show you what you can do to improve. That's what I aim to do. I want to help people first and foremost, even more than I want to succeed myself. And so I'm extremely happy that now that I haven't been streaming, the gameplay has been ridiculously good compared to what it was. Like, it's not as good as you see me go up 2-0 there, and you can just see the difference. Those who really follow me can tell right away, but even those who don't, you know, you can see by my movements, by how I play, there's no delay going on here. And people had recommended I stop streaming that could have you know, played into the delay, but I use that as a last resort, just because, one, I had been having good gameplay in beta and even all the way up to that first day of full release. But of course, after that, it fell totally, not even fell, it crashed to the ground. The gameplay did. So I finally tried it, and of course, unfortunately, because I love playing on live, I love the community members that are always on, shooting the shit with them, getting their feedback live. But we'll still be all right. We still got Discord where we communicate constantly, and we'll still be releasing content. You'll still be able to follow my journey. But it's just been so much fun again. I'm undefeated, 6-0 since not streaming, because every time I played, I streamed. That was it. I would have way bigger dent in games, but I've been coaching a real-life tournament. I coach kids, in case you don't know. And so 6 is what I've played, but I'm extremely excited. There's no way 6 good games in a row could be by chance. Now, if for some reason it proves to not be streaming, then I wouldn't be able to tell you what it was. So I'm trying not to get my hopes up and it goes bad again. But nonetheless, here we are. And I want to talk to you about 2 reasons why I'm dominating now. Obviously, the biggest one is the gameplay, but we're not even going to count that as the 2. I'm talking about in-game, just assuming that you're going to have good gameplay. 2 reasons I'm dominating. 1, I've totally cracked the defensive code. And it's not necessarily what I'd like to share with you, like how I wish defense was, but it is how you have to defend and if you want to be successful in FC26. That's the first one. 2, I've finally cracked the attack, right? The best way, because with bad gameplay, it's hard to really decipher how you can most effectively attack versus how you need to attack when you can't really move. You can't operate in the way you want. When you can make tight passes, when you can react quickly and you know your players aren't going to be delayed and lose the ball, because this isn't the best gameplay by any means, but it's by far better than it was and definitely playable, where I can still do a vast majority of what I need to do to play the football I like, to play my style, which is a lot of passing patterns, a lot of, whether they're short or long, or even short, long, long then short, like mixing it up, right? Throwing the opponent off. Maybe I get a couple patterns in a row and then I totally switch it up. The more you have in your arsenal, the more you're going to score. And that's pretty much what you see in this game, right? I'm having fun with it right from the start because I feel confident. I know my skill level in this game, but when you can't move, it takes all that confidence away because you know all the skill gaps gone. So now that I have it back, you can see the way I'm moving. Playing in a 4-2-1-3 because the way that my wingers move inside in a 4-2-1-3 is just better than the 4-2-1-3 wide. They just sit a little too far out. I like how they come in and they can stretch the defense out, but with the quickness I need them to get into those seams, they don't seem to get there as quick in the 4-2-3-1 wide. They get there much quicker. They almost are starting in those sweet spots, if you want to call it that. Right there, but running in. That one they were running out. But you see this beautiful football being played. And another little treat for you as we're going into this, right? That little cross right there is now ridiculously meta. That little quick boom boom double tap square ground cross is still meta. Yes, I'm still going for that corner. It's dog eat dog out here. As long as players are going to try to beat me with it, I have no choice. Do I like it? No. And that's where we get into what we're going over today. If you want to dominate defensively in FC26, this is a must pay attention to video. Get out your notepads, or at the very least, pay close attention here. You see my opponent trying to work the ball in, and this is a pretty skilled opponent. I know I don't make him look very skilled, but trust me, this is a skilled opponent playing higher levels. The reason why I'm dominating in my opponents are barely even getting shots off, as you can see, is because I saw the connection to the defense now compared to how it used to be, right? And that's not a good thing. I like defense when you have to control the actual defender and make the tackle yourself. That's how it was in the beta. That's how it was pre this last patch. But because it's so hard, basically impossible to stick with the shifty, quick attackers, even with the improvements they made to Jockey, you have to go to the old defense, right? Right. When I say old, I mean like the initial release of FC25 old, where you didn't want to touch your defenders. You were rewarded by only controlling your midfielders. Now, the good news is the AI doesn't do as much as they used to do. It is still very much a skill defense. However, the skill is more in your timing of using your second man press. That's double tapping R1 and then holding it on the second tap. And what happens is your two nearest defenders that you're not controlling mark the nearest attackers. If you do this too early, though, your opponent will see it. They'll get right on your opponent. They'll be able to still receive a pass, turn quickly, and get a shot off. If you do it too late, as they're closing down the attackers, your opponent can change the pass to a different attacker and go right in on goal. You have to time it perfectly as the pass is coming into the attacker so they can't change their minds. You double tap R1, hold it on the second one, you get the second man press, and right as the attacker is going to get the ball, your defender will close them down, and typically they'll win it right off the bat themselves. You won't even have to switch. Your AI will win it because of just the timing, right? That pressure coming right on the attacker as they receive it. However, to ensure that you win the ball, and especially against a skilled player, I like to, as my AI defenders are closing on the attackers with second man press, I switch to that defender and time my tackle, win the ball, and see you later. Now we're on to counterattacking, right? So, game's 3-0 now. Opponent's going to make some changes, try to get some attacks going, and I'm not trying to be cocky here, I'm just being honest. While I'm talking about improving on defense, you're going to have to take mental note, and then the few chances this opponent gets, you're just going to have to visualize what I said before, because he doesn't get a lot of the ball. I mean, I'm absolutely cooking. So, as they're building up from deep here, it's where they're the most dangerous. This is where your positioning comes into play. And the two players you want to control, for me, it's Williams and Camavinga, but your CDMs, right? You want to get them into the center, marking the passing lanes to the attackers so they can't play that long through ball. Especially a lot of these rattier players will go with a Gyökeres, Holland, or an Isaac, that type of big striker, and they just want to play a long through ball and let that striker run straight forward where defenders can't get them. They're too strong, they're too big, they're too powerful. As you see, we go up 4-0, right? And I have another game for you in Champs against a better opponent. But again, this opponent wasn't bad. They just couldn't get nothing going. So you see where my two central midfielders are. And you'll see me switch back and forth between Camavinga and Williams, cutting off those passing lanes. Then, once I've pushed the attacker, like you've seen I did there with Mendy, to a position where they can't make that dangerous pass to the middle, boom, I switch to the defender, and now I'm back. So you see here, I did it right there. I got my center defensive mids in position. They were able to get around me and get to the attacker, but I had, because of second man press, I had my defenders right on the attacker, and you saw that one where I switched to my center back and actually manually tackled the opponent. Again, sometimes you won't have to, but to ensure you win the ball, I like to do it. I like to time it perfectly, switch to the center back, make the tackle myself, and play it. Because the AI isn't, EA Sports purposely didn't want them to do as much. So they can and will miss tackles, especially in bad gameplay. Again, that's why it's so key to have at least decent. This is, I would say, 70% of what it could be. And you see here I get scored on there. Great job by the opponent. Great breakdown of my defense. It's going to happen. But what happened there if we go back? Why did that goal get scored? Okay? Let's play back. You see here? The biggest mistake made? Right here. Who is that? That's Van de Ven, who rarely ever gets beat. Again, don't pay attention to ratings. Van de Ven and LaCroix, an 82 and 79 rated center back, the best center backs in the game. Rarely does he get beat, but you see here, they get me on an odd man rush. They're countering. Ball's played through. Great run on the right from Diani. You see me, I'm controlling my center mid. Still controlling my center. Actually, I'm controlling Mindy there, so I'm way out of shape. That's one of the problems. Mindy should be out there following Diani. I should be controlling Camavinga. And I'm pretty sure I got him confused there, so there's a big mistake right there that I didn't even notice. So now, because of that, what happens? I choose the wrong player, which is a great lesson, right? You have to make sure you know who you're controlling. I'm controlling my left back, and I'm doing what a center defensive mid should do, which means now Van de Ven's got to come out and cover out wide where Mindy's supposed to be, and I'm over here behind the attacker. So what happens? Beautiful ball right past Van de Ven. This isn't his forte to try to, mark shifty wingers. And boom, Diani's in. She's a great finisher, great far post finish. So a mistake in who I chose. And when did I go ahead and switch to Mindy? Let's go ahead and see. So I'm with the right person there, right? Now Mindy is in a good position there. Okay. Dumornay comes back. And there it is right here. Right, I'm behind the play. You never want to be in a foot race catching up to your opposing attackers. So I'm in a foot race, and right here, I choose Mindy just to try to stop the bleeding so my team can catch up. And from there, I just never recovered. You see, terrible guess, almost a mistake with the controller, it seemed. And boom, opponent scores. So that's a point that I wasn't even planning to make, but it's super important. As you're player switching, everyone always says player switching is a skill. That's why. If you're not choosing the right players, positioning them right, and continuously switching them and continuously up lanes, block dribbling lanes like you see I did there with James, if you can't do, you're going to get cooked all day. You're not even going to get to the point where, you have to control the right defensive mids and push your opponent out. They're going to be way past you. You're never going to get a chance to defend right accurately if you can't right stick switch like you see I'm doing right there. Constantly switching my players correctly. Okay, so they're in what would seem to be a dangerous spot. And I actually miss a tackle there. But as far as positioning, I was okay with it. Just that last tackle missed from my defender. But typically speaking, I was in a good spot. You see here even, right? Even though my opponent started to cook here, I'm up 4-1 in the 90th minute. Multitasking a little, but no excuses. Let's just say I'm fully focused playing. Even when he was getting in there, he wasn't just all the way in. Like you've seen some of my goals, he had no chance. I had time to get my head up, look where I wanted to finish, and put the ball away. Whereas he had to score from, that Diani one. Van de Ven was right there. The second one, I missed the tackle where Khan made the save. And last, when his attacker got the ball in what seems to be a perfect spot to bury it, I had two defenders where if he tried to dribble more, I surely could have won the tackle against him. And when he tried a shot, he was basically shooting into a wall. So, not perfect defense, but more than enough, especially if you're firing on all cylinders, to let up the least amount of goals you possibly can, which for me, in this game, it was just one goal. So, let's go to the next game here. This is a champs game. Now, as you see my opponent, smart, Van de Ven, Kanani, bad move though, should have went LaCroix. A lot of people see that 79 and don't want him. You see the Isaac in the center of the attack, and his name is Flickball, right? So Isaac is playing behind Pajor, which means he wants to pass the ball up with Isaac while making a run, lay the ball back, and flick it into Isaac. I know this right off the bat. Thanks for telling me. Or he just wants to play some mind games, right? And you can see it's a very skilled opponent. But look at my defense, right? He winds up for the shoppies. He can't break me down. And not a bad effort, but it's a good sign. It shows me that he knows that I'm not playing on defense and that he's scared. Right off the bat, he doesn't take me on. And right off the bat, I do the dumbest move possible with Mindy. But it gives me a chance to see what he's all about. And I was able to make a play. Very dangerous move, all because of stupid decision. I thought I could beeline it up the line and he was going to overthink it and try to mark my center. I was wrong and it almost cost me. The risk versus reward there was ridiculous. Way more risk and it almost cost me. But, again, I recovered, played excellent defense, and wait till you see where this game takes off. This turns into more of an attacking masterclass, and I no doubt will break down more of the attack, but I want you to see defensively, right? I mean, he has the ball in some favorable spots. He's moving it pretty well, and there you see where a little bit where I say 70% of good gameplay. Well, right there where James wins the ball but turns into the defender, that's where a little bit of that delay can hurt you. Luckily, though, it doesn't. You see a little bit of glitchiness going on in the screen and stuff. So you're going to still have those mistakes, but you have more than enough good connection, good responsiveness, whatever you want to call it, to make great plays. So we're just off there, and I'm sensing all the holes in his defense. I'm extremely confident. Once again, what I say earlier, before I score this first goal, let's go back to how it started, right? You aren't going to be able to even get a chance to defend properly if you can't right stick switch appropriately, right? Once your opponent wins the ball, you have to constantly be switching to the correct players. If not, they'll slice you up like butter, and they'll be constantly in on breakaways. Similar to when you're lagged out, you can't switch in, and they run through you because you can't move. It will be just like that. Your right stick switching has to be on, and then that's where your football brain comes in. You have to know what passing angles are the biggest threat, block those. What dribbling lanes are the biggest threat, block those. That's where the right stick switching comes in. So as we go back here before we watch this first goal, when do I take over Camavinga? Right here. Right? I have my Cam and 3 attackers all well behind the play. That leaves me Williams and Camavinga, my 2 defensive mids, both playing, by the way. Camavinga is playing deep line playmaker defense. Williams is playing deep line playmaker build-up. Then, of course, wingbacks, center backs, and goalie. So he's got his back 4 behind the play, and then other than that, he's got his 2 DMs as well as his whole attack. So basically an even matchup. Let's see what happens. I choose Camavinga. I know right where I want to go. Him and Williams, Camavinga and Williams, they are going to protect me from that direct ball up to either Pajor or up to Isik to then lay it off, and then they can try to get that through ball they so desperately want. Okay, so I do a good job with Camavinga, making sure he can't play direct. Now he goes to Williams' side, and I'm choosing Williams. He player locks, which we've been saying it for years. I wish they didn't show who you're playing player locking to, but it does give you an advantage. It's not realistic in the sense that you can get on the same page as someone, but you can never perfectly time right when you execute a certain movement on a run to get the ball right then. In this, you can because you're controlling both players. That doesn't exist. So in that sense, I guess defensively, it evens out the odds a bit by letting you know which player he's looking to manually control. So we know where he's, at least for the time being, looking to go to. So I have Williams heading over there to close that passing lane down. Right? He realizes he can't get there. And notice this movement by Camavinga. This is where the players you choose comes into play too, right? Because if you're controlling your players, which you do want manual control, you want to be, you're playing football here. You don't want AI doing everything like in eFootball, but there has to be some AI because you can't control 11 players at once. And this is where, when I switch to Williams, Camavinga's excellent defensive awareness comes in. Watch this. That little bit of a movement when I switched off of him, when he saw me control Williams and he tried to trick me, right? Act like he was going out wide. He wants to get that ball in as direct as possible. So he called Pajor 2, and then he wanted to get Isik in, which I'm still in a great spot there too. Even if he could get Isik in, he's got to outrun Van de Ven and LaCroix, which is their number 1 weapon. Staying in front of fast attackers because they're fast too. And they're also not small enough to where those big attackers can just run them over. Like if you ever want to play direct corners and you felt like you couldn't, even with Gyökeres, I felt like I couldn't. Now, with Van de Ven, he's just a monster. There's something about his player build. It's in UFL too. When I was playing UFL, Van de Ven started out lower rated than a lot of the big center backs. He was the best center back in the game. There's something about him that these games just love Van de Ven, period. But we're not even going to get to the defense because we're cooking with our defense in the central midfield area. The one split second I switched to Williams, Camavinga made that one little quick movement to block this passing lane, right? That one little quick AI movement before I was back in control. And now watch what happens. Boom, the interception, and we have Palmer right there, and now we're cooking because he's caught with his defensive mids way too far up. That leaves me with Rodman, Sophia Wilson, the best female attacker in the game. No Mia Hamm, no Alex Morgan, it's Sophia Wilson. If you didn't see earlier, I even got her kit today. That's how good she is. I had to represent and hang it up. I'm waiting for a frame, but pretty soon it'll be hung up. You have Swanson on the left, the American women's trio, right? All in the perfect spot, right in the seams between a big lumbering back four. Even the wing backs, no one's as shifty as these women. And Palmer, one of the slickest, best passers, and also a ridiculous cam at Shadow Striker, which is what I play him as. Shadow Striker plus, is about to get the ball. Let's watch what we do. Beautiful. Turn away from where I want to pass it so his my opponent's focus isn't on where I want to go. And look at this pass. This is where a good passer comes in handy because this year passing matters. If you try to play that pass with a bad passer, it's going to go right to that DM. Or, sorry, that's his center back. Right to Kanate. Or it's going to go too far one way or the other. Watch what happens here. Perfect through ball. One touch, far corner finish. Now, do you guys remember when I would be playing, right? And the player could move their keeper after I chose my shot selection because there was so much of a delay. Notice there's no delay there, right? That's perfect manual shooting. Showing that I'm going back post and it didn't matter because guess what? When your shots go like that, you can't move your goalie quick enough. That was completely lag when that was happening. It's what I would say over and over, and now you can visually see it. It's not a coincidence that all those shots where the goalie would move and save it, move and save it, move and save it. Those don't happen anymore because the shots are too quick this year. EA Sports did a good job with that. That goalie movement is cool to an extent, but it can be abused, especially in bad gameplay. Well, guess what? Even at 70%, it could go down to like 50% of what it should be, and it still would be good enough to score goals like that. That's how bad the gameplay was. I was at like almost 0%, like unplayable gameplay when I was streaming, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. We get our first goal, and it all started from great defense. So, let's move on. 1-0, opponent's pissed. They've been actually playing pretty well, but you see there the frustration leads to sending the ball right to me. Now, player locks. Why do I use so much player locks? Because I'll go back to the team play style to explain this, right? Got a little lucky there. He actually made a good timing play with his keeper to come out, but Wilson gets herself another goal, right? You make your own luck, though, when you create chances. So let's go back to the play. What would it be? The team play style, let's call it. Might not be the right name, but you get what I'm saying. I like short passing when the players come to. However, the movement after, right, it's just the opponent has no chance. We're cooking. We're firing on all cylinders. And it's all because of my defense, not the goals I'm scoring. It's because my opponent he could barely get past midfield. I mean, I'm just on him. And you saw how well he was moving the ball. I mean, this is a good player that I just totally broke down from good defense. And, of course, good attack, too. But I like short passing. It's just after the layoffs, if you're not, for your players not involved with the short passing sequence to send them on a run, the movement isn't good enough, right? And so I go to counter. But the thing with counter is your players are going to constantly run away, and I don't like that either. Football is a mix. That's why I don't like those team play styles, the counter or balance or short passing. It should be a mix. Attackers, midfielders, defenders, they're going to do all these different things. They're not just going to be a wingback or a fullback or an inverted fullback. It's going to be a mix, and they have to make it where these players in their real-life player identity, right, they can have all the stats, like iron that out. They need to get it to where, and I know they're not far away, the player's identity chooses how they play, not some restrictive team play style. But because that's what we have now, I go to counter, but I have to many times manually move my players with player lock because their movement is so linear. It's so predictable, right? So even though many people don't like player lock, and I get it, I can't wait for the day where it can be taken out. But in order to do that, they need much better player movement, much more dynamic player movement. It can't be so linear. Good players, good defenders, as you've seen me with both games you've seen, And with a lot of them, anytime there's good gameplay and you can react, it's very easy to predict opponents that are just making the runs that the AI is making, right? And many of them do. They just rely on AI runs, and you can't do that. As you see, we're just cooking. Again, we'll do the attacking masterclass soon. But really, it's just a lot of passing patterns. Going for third man passing, that is a huge one, which I want to teach you guys. Got blocked there, but I was going for one there. I'll teach you guys that in a different video. Defensively, I just wanted to show you a combination of right stick switching, okay, starting with as far up the field as you need. Even if it's some of your attackers, get them in good areas to block passing lanes and dribbling lanes. After you do that, your center defensive mids are almost like your first line of actual defense, right? Sometimes you won't even get there. You'll intercept the ball like I was off the kickoffs with Rodman. But let's say you get the defensive center mids, you block out their most direct, their most dangerous passing lanes and dribbling lanes, right? You start there, and many times you'll win the ball there. But if your opponent gets up into, let's call it your danger zone, then it's all about moving each player constantly into the right positions, and then perfectly timing your second man press, right? Where you double tap R1, hold it the second time. You want to time that perfectly so your opponent doesn't have time to change their mind, see who your players are going to block on the second man press. As you see me just, even when he's in the danger zone, I'm in perfect positioning. My timing on the second man press is perfect. Blocking the dribbling lanes. No matter what your opponent does, you're ready to pounce. You time that second man press right, or you just time the regular pressure where you hold R1 just to push typically you would use that just to push an opposing attacker in the direction you want to go. Push them away from goal. And once you know your opponent can't play that, like for instance, say they're around your box, once you know that they're not in a dangerous area where they can play it back into the center to their striker, whoever it is, to take a quick turn and hit because they're so close to goal. Once you have them away from that danger area, then you switch to the wing back, and now you can win the tackle. But you want your AI controlling those players, marking those outside players, let's call them, while you're blocking the passing and dribbling lanes, making sure everyone's marked in the more dangerous areas where players can just receive, turn, and shoot. Once you have those marked, then you can perfectly time switch to your defender that's, AI pressuring the player with the ball, and then make the tackle. So that's where, like I said, you have to go back to the old school defending a bit where you're controlling your midfielders to win the ball. Only now it's much more refined where previously you would just control your midfielders, hold down R1 and wait till Van Dijk, because he was so mad everyone had him, wait till Van Dijk or whatever other defender you had would just win the ball with you holding R1. You would just be there to kind of push your opponent into the AI. Now, you're controlling your defensive mids because it's easier to mark up on players with the AI and timing second man press. If you try to do it, because almost of the new responsiveness, you'll overshoot the marking, right? Or you'll overshoot going to the left or to the right, and you'll give your opponent a chance to turn and shoot that they didn't deserve. They otherwise wouldn't have had. So you control your defensive mids, control the players with good timing that can make the tackles, right? And then if you do control, like say your center backs or someone in the danger area, you wait, perfectly time your second man press, switch to your player right as they're getting ready to make the tackle. So again, you're not moving or trying to shift with shifty attackers left and right. You'll get burned doing that. Hopefully that will help out, right? Hopefully you can take that and start having more success defensively. Now, attacking tricks are coming next. Study these. Study those two games. As I'm providing these highlights, study more of what I'm showing you, and then take it and translate it to how it fits your playstyle. Don't just go out and get the players that I have. I'll show you my team so you can get an idea, but don't just go out and do it. As I quickly retrieve this evolution, I know I'm keeping Vanavan. That's how good he is. Paid 60, 70K for an 82 rated player. I don't care. Give me all the bonuses that you can. What did I give him here? I gave him Relentless, right? I'm going to boost these center backs, both him, LaCroix, Mendy on the left. I've been boosting him. They're so good. I don't care about ratings, guys. It doesn't matter. There's no way you're going to play using Van de Ven and LaCroix. If you can't defend with them, if they're not the best center backs for you, that's a personal problem, right? Some of the better center backs, Kanate, he was pretty good, but even him doesn't come close to LaCroix or Van de Ven. And he's like triple the price of, LaCroix. And that's crazy, right? I wouldn't take Van Dyke. I wouldn't take Saliba, none of them. So here's the squad. I'll show you the tactics real quick, even though I have these in a ton of other videos. You can pause this and copy the code in, or you can pause and just see there. You see 4-2-1-3 counter and balanced. Balance is on 50. Now, if I need to go all out or I need to pressure my opponent, of course, I'd take the Nukem approach, which is 91 depth, full pressure, 4-2-1-3, same thing. You see the settings, deep line playmaker defend for Kama, Williams, deep line playmaker build up. Defense, the back four is just regular. Fullback balance, don't go versatile because they stay too close in the middle, and you need them to be more out wide for passing lanes. Otherwise, sometimes too, the opponent will put pressure on you, and when you have versatile and the wingbacks are too close to the center backs, it will make it easy for them to run you down and get the ball. Leave them unbalanced. They're plenty good. They work well with your two center backs. Always defender defend. If you can get a center back on defender plus or plus plus, even better. But if not, just put them on regular defender without the plus or plus plus. Just like I have with my Mendy, right? He has no fullback plus or plus plus. He does great. It's fine. Then, of course, we're not doing an attack. We're doing a defensive tutorial. But in the attack, Shadow Striker plus plus. Huge for Palmer. Sophia Wilson, best striker in the game. Best gold card striker, women's striker. Whatever label you want to give her, she is the best striker. She's insane. Her runs are the best. First touch plus on top of a myriad of other playstyle pluses playstyle, sorry. And she's just a monster. Swanson monster, Rodman monster. Very, very affordable as well. You have all these meatheads that say, oh, we can't use women, so it keeps a lot of the women down. Some of them, especially special cards, are expensive because they're just so good, but those meatheads are why these type of players are so low, so take advantage of it. Especially I'm an American, so having U.S. representatives like that is pretty cool. We usually, Landon Donovan, that's about it, right? And even he's not meta, or players won't consider him meta, even though he's got a pretty sick card, especially this year. So that's the stats. Here's the squad. Khan, I wish he was on sweeper keeper so I could push him more up, but he's goalkeeper defend. That doesn't really matter though. You manually control him enough, but because this is a defensive tutorial, and I'm not really going to go too much into Khan since you control the keeper the least. Movement is fine. Obviously, you're going to move your goalie from time to time, but just the saves he makes on his own obviously are ridiculous. No movement, nothing. Just some of the times when you make mistakes and your opponent gets in, it sucks when you just have to count it. Man, that's a goal. Khan will keep you safe at times when other keepers would have definitely let the ball in. Whether it's breakaways, shots from a distance, whatever it is, he'll make some incredible Khan-like saves. So they did a good job. I couldn't be happier for packing them. Obviously, there's a lot of better options. Same with Williams. There are more popular options. Some sick heroes I could have packed, but Williams, for how good she is and how well she fits my team, just like Khan, it's destiny, boys. It was perfect. So that's the biggest thing. Get the perfect players for how you like to play. I said earlier why I go 4-2-1-3 instead of 4-2-3-1 wide. Maybe for you, 4-2-3-1 wide is the best. The biggest thing I want you to understand is right six switching, right? Then making sure your defensive mids are always covering those most dangerous angles, which will typically be those direct passes up to striker, cam, or wingers. So you're constantly sliding with them. Many times as you get better, you'll win the ball here. But even once it gets into this danger area and your back four is involved, use them, work with your CDM. Sometimes even Palmer will come back. Constantly right stick switching, constantly covering those dangerous passing lanes and dribbling lanes. Time your second man press. You can't just randomly press it, right? You got to get good at timing it. Yes, lag or input delay, server delay, whatever, it does affect this. So if you have bad gameplay, it's going to cost you at times. But even there with like 70, 60, 50% of what the gameplay could be, it's just fine. to properly time and execute your AI press and your second man press to coincide with your individual defense. And once you do your second man press, good timing, sometimes the opponent will like literally just turn right into your defender and the AI win it nonetheless. But if not, you want to switch then to your center back right as you're ready to make the tackle. You don't want to choose your center backs when you have to move left and right and be kind of jockeying and switching stances to keep up with a shifty attacker, because you will get burned, right? You'll overshoot one way or the other. Let the AI do it. That's where the second man press and the AI press comes in. Either R1 or double tap R1 and hold for the second man press. Again, I want to help people whether they're brand new or not. That's why I keep saying how to do it. Time that, then the tackle goes down. That's where this defense now is related to the old defense where you'd only control your defensive mids. Only now you don't just hold the AI help button, which is basically AI defend for me while I chase around the opponent and push them into you. No, now you are controlling your back still and working them in the right positions and timing everything to make the tackles. So it's much more user involved. If you try to just control your defensive mids, hold the AI assist button and watch, or even just chase the opponent and that's all you do, you're going to get cooked. So keep that in mind. I hope this helps out. If you haven't, please like the video if you did like it. If not, don't like it. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. A lot more helpful videos, a lot more just complete coverage of FC26 and more to come. Make sure if you want to support the channel, you check out the links in my YouTube bio, from merch to YouTube memberships to Discord memberships. And we're going to keep cooking. Thank you very much. Peace out. All right, boys, so that ends the video. But I want to give you guys a special treat. I'll do the attacking video later. What's up, Jonah? It says, I can't beat Joga. Lost to him earlier. 10 wins this week in league. Nice, Jonah. Who's Joga? I don't know who that is. Can't beat Joga. But congrats on your 10 wins. Yeah, I'm still pushing. I'm going to play more later. I want to give you a little treat and also test everything out. So I don't want to risk that in Rivals or Champs, but obviously I'll produce that video later, that defensive tutorial. You see how much I've been cooking. So let's test it out in a draft real quick and have some fun. Right? Oh no, you know what I need to do? Forget about draft, guys. I've been faltering big time. I'll talk more about defense while I do this so that you guys can benefit from that. Let me see here. Okay, good. Make sure this is the right video. To video. Get out your notepads or if you want to dominate defensively. All right, perfect. So, not as fun here, but I need to complete them anyway, so I'll play a few. Where is it? Okay, play. First AI. How many games did I already play? 5, so 11 more. I don't even know if I'll be able to finish those. We'll see. All right, so I need to score with a Portuguese player, assist with an English player to get Eusebio and Charlton. Bobby Moore, I got to play with a full English team. I already got Garincha and Yashin. We're going to play on the highest level, though. So, assist with an English player, I can do that with Palmer, so I'm set there. Right? Score with a Portuguese player is the one that I wouldn't be able to get, and play with a full English team. I don't really even care about getting Bobby Moore, though. I mean, do I even have enough English players? 1. With the silver squad, I do. I think my boy Jonah was saying he lost to that player I beat. Squad selector. Player that I cooked. So what I would do is get a Portuguese attacker. For those of you trying to get those silver players ready for the tournament. Might have to beat Toza. See if we have someone else. Yeah, Sophia Wilson just is insane, guys. It's ridiculous. All right. Mateus Cunha, I packed him, so I might do that. I don't know. 20K is steep for what that evolution does for him. Goalkeeper, that won't help me. Dang, okay. Boom. Then I'd have to go get an English goalie. Probably could have got him cheaper, but who cares? That's the beauty, man. I love it this year. Like, it's a lot more about individual players and how they feel. Like, this George is going to be a beast, but he'd be a beast more for people who don't like, as a winger or striker, you'll see actually in this game. He's more like a Isak, right? Oh, and even like, what's his name? I love how, like, the bigger player that I like is Havertz. He's always a beast, and he's pretty, like, good on the ball, too. Like, very, what would you call that? His movements are very, man, this is going to sound goofy, but, like, majestic still, if you will. Dolan. Get Williams in there, because I'm going to play at a high level. I want to get some good practice out of this, since I'm going to be, I don't want just easy ones, and then Palmer. And these other silvers so far, like the players for the Silver Cup, and then obviously I'll have Eusebio here, Garincha here, Yashin in here. For this, though, we're going to go Williams here, James. Chiampong's going to be a beast once I... And then same with that Japanese Chelsea center back. He's going to be a beast, too. They got great stats and stuff. Oh. There we go. All right, perfect. 33 out of 33. I'll sub in Toze, who can play Cam. And then I got to get a goal with him. Assist with Englanders, which will be easy. And I got the full England team. So if I'm going to do Bobby Moore, it could be this. All right, so here's what we got. Let's put our manager in. It could be anybody. Let's go with our 5,000 coin manager, Alderink. You guys see I'm rocking the U.S. kits too. Wait till you see those bad boys are pretty sick. Let's go on Legendary. Try to get some points out of this. See if we can cook them like we're cooking everybody else. We got the Lionesses there representing the women's players that are beastly on the squad. Gotta love that, right? Then we got the U.S. women's away kit. Love it with the hoops. And then the Navy, then the Royal in red. And then the away kit, right? I bought the women's. I almost bought this one. Those EA Sports kits are sick, by the way. I almost bought this one, but they only had Rodman. Man, I could have got Rodman and Swanson too, dude. But, you know, I can't just be spending millions to get all three, even though they're beasts. So I got the Sophia Smith, the centerpiece. But I like the star design on this. It's just a sick kit. The white, blue, white with the hoop, single hoop socks outlined in red. I like these. Super slick. I love these are slick. Way better than the men's. The men's is like this popsicle look. Kind of. There was that kit that I showed you earlier. It's like they put Sophia Smith on the popsicle kit. I wish it was these ones, but that's all right. Oh no! Kind of a kick collision. I didn't even look at that part. Alright, let's see if we can cook here. Playing with a full Kim team, some silver players though, mixed in with some beast. Palmer is an absolute monster, dude. His positioning, he's just built to be a... See who I'm switching to here? And AI is tougher, actually, than the user players. Because it's like, dude, it's obvious they know what you're doing, especially on the higher difficulty levels. So you can't be as, like... You have to be totally unpredictable. This is perfect for that defensive masterclass, guys. You know what I'll do, too? I'll record this and put some of this footage in there. Oh, good job, Coop. Good. See that? How he wasn't running yet? Like I have it on counter. But I didn't want... A lot of times it's just I don't want him to run away. Ah, I thought I was going to be able to fake him out like I was playing a Palmer. See, that's where they're smarter than the... Look at Williams. Just an absolute beast. Beautiful passing after she does the beautiful movement. Look at this. Ah, come on, George. See, he's got the big stride. See there? That's dangerous, but I knew I had James covering. Oh, nice body there. Good stuff by Williams. Williams with the ball again. There's Palmer. Come to. Come on, send George with those long strides. Get him down the attack. One touch too many. I've been doing that on the attack sometimes. It feels like I have one more touch in me, and it will mess me up. Look, I'm going to just watch the outside. Simple as that. Man, they're on my turns. They're on me like glue, guys. Yeah, they're much better. Like, the opponent will react one way or the other, and you can kind of play off their reaction. The AI doesn't. They're on you like glue. Oh, that would have been sick. Lumbering movement there, though. See my right stick switching? Look where I'm at. Look at this. He had nowhere to go, guys. He was literally trapped. Ah, son of a gun. Good. Good. Good, you're in. Perfect timing. Good, the strength. Good. Turn. See, they're on that. And to be fair, the user players, the good ones, would be on that too. Too predictable. That's where coming to a little shorter and doing a give and go after that, or playing alternate. So that's what we're going to work on here too, is playing an alternate route there on this ball. Right, we get here. Now watch. Good. Oh, I thought I had him. See my right stick switching? Look where I'm at. I'm already a play ahead of him. I'm already 2 plays ahead. And obviously this is way better connection than typically you're going to have. But you can do this for the most part. Maybe just a little bit less effective. Because you can't do as... stupid play. I thought I could lead him perfectly, but... I mean, I'm on him. That's how you break your opponents, guys. That's how you break the user players. They can't get nothing going. Every time they get the ball, interception, interception, stolen, interception, tackle. Right? It just gives, it sets the tone for the whole game. Then when you attack, you feel better because there's not as much pressure on you, right? Because you know your defense is going to keep the ball out of the net. Man. This is where you could really use a Sophia Wilson with that first touch plus, because that great first touch Sets me up for open shots easier. Oh, just beats me out there. Get out of here. Good job. See, this isn't even Vanderven and the boys, and they're just cooking. Ah, fat fingered my player lock. Wow, I messed that up. I was trying to speed up the cutscene, and that's all right. Good chance to defend, and because of that, we're down 1-0. Because of a bad throwing, guys, we're down 1-0. Unreal. All right, let's nuke them. Oh no, this is silver. I don't have it. Dang, might have to pause him. I mean, they're eating in the defense. Alright, getting a little silly now. A bad throwing, guys. Think about that. Just remember that. Alright, we gotta go full press. Gonna be risky, but Toza, let's see if we can get a goal there. Maybe Toza can come and be the hero. Ha! And that's the game, probably. Great. I should have changed the title to this. Can't lose anybody except for legendary AI. See if we can get the good little AI cross. Dude, it's that one touch each time. That one extra touch seems more laboring. Come on. There it is. Thank you. All right, we're right back in it. Come on now. No, that was supposed to go to my center back. See, it still does that, guys. The bad passes to the wrong players. That was supposed to go to my center back there. Oh, man. Are they pulling out the script on me here? I don't know about some of this slow motion shit that's going on. I'd rather have it here, though, than in a regular game. I'd rather have it for these rewards. Some of that goofy slow motion stuff. See what I'm saying? Do you see my player's reaction there? It's like if they don't want you to have the ball, you won't have the ball. There you go. That's what I wanted. Force that. Look at this. Ha ha! If they don't want you to get the ball, you will not get the ball. They wanted me to have it. Oh, they wanted it back. Nice. Although that is a silver player, and that's just bad passing, I think. See what I'm saying? Didn't touch the ball for an hour. See if we can at least get Toze a goal. Close. Come on, Toza, where you at? I need to get Toza a goal just to at least accomplish one thing. There's Toza. No! Alright, first game, AI loss. Let's go to the next one. Objective complete. Nice. All right, next one. 2 very tough games. Let's do the toughest one, though. I want to play the toughest of the toughest and try to beat them with these guys. You know what I got to do, though? I got to get some good players on the bench for those endings like that. Holy crap. The only one I need in there is a Portuguese man. Alright, this is a good time, too, to complete any evolutions, man. Yeah, so don't go through squad battles and just take easy wins. Get something out of it, man. So you can give a player rapid. Anybody I want to have rapid. And then there's quick step. So rapid. Sprint while dribbling. 7,500. +1 dribbling. 8th came too much there. I just gave Vanderven this. I think it'll show he has it, right? Repeatable in 1 day anyway. Cam upgrade. Put a classic 10 on him. Okay. All right. All right. See what objectives we got finished here. Oh, we got the no room for racism from Nike to Puma, eh? A 75 plus rated player. Palmer looking slick in the all black. No room for racism. Gotta love it. Go ahead and open that up. Rabiot? Tolisso. Alright. I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby. Just a teenage. I got tickets to Iron Maiden, baby. Won't you come with me Friday? Don't say maybe. 'Cause I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby, like you. Ooh. You guys some teenage dirtbags like me? Ooh. Man, it feels good not to have that lag, bros. Man, it feels good to be a gangsta. Look at these kids looking sick, boy. That's that Slaga Praha or whatever. Slaga Bagadaga Praha. Looking kind of dope. Then the Palermo Pinks. We're rocking the U.S. our away kit. Their typical home kit. The English Williams is like, what is this, mate? Get me in the England. All whites, mate. A Dutch Lion in English. Oh, boy. You think this game's going to be tough? Gaincha. Totti and Dembele. Oh, man. Totti's sick in this game, too. Palmer... He's going to give Palmer a run for his money, but Palmer's going to outplay him. Watch. I got to be ridiculously good here, guys. I need to sub in Tota. Or wait, Toze. Tota. I got tickets to Iron Maiden, baby. This is going to be a really tough game. That's what I love, though. Dude, he glitched me. Did he just glitch through me? I think he did. Dude, I gotta get him out of there. He sucks balls, dude. He's not good for this right now. Robin, you can sit out because Dolan's good and I need English. You're in. Oh my god, 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 it's that one extra touch. I swear I feel like they do something to like make you lose that at last touch. It looks like 100% you got it. Oh, dude, George, you're terrible, bro. Your first touch, right? That's how you'd receive the ball wide open to the attacker. Got an inch. Get the fuck out of here. Guys, this is on the same difficulty level as that last game. Swear to God, this year is not about overall ratings. It's about like the players themselves, individual players, body types, movement, tactics. There it is. Yes! There it is. Assist from George to Dolan. Got the assist from the Englishman. Yeah, of course you can.
My foot hurts so bad, it's not even better.
Good. Say what's up to chat.
No, I said it hurts bad. It doesn't even feel better.
I'm sorry.
No,
Are you going to be able to play tomorrow?
I hope. It hurts really, really bad. Excuse me.
We should probably do another ice bath on it.
Not an ice bath. I'll do a...
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. All sides. No.
I got two.
All right, stop distracting me.
Sorry.
You suck.
You do. That's why you're losing.
No, it's tied.
Well,
But you distracted me for real. Get the fuck out of here. We'll ice it after this game. Guys, I got a 10. My daughter's in a tournament. She's been kicking ass, but she's got to ice her heel, or yeah, her ankle. She rolled her ankle. So for those of you who were able to stop in now, thank you. For those of you who weren't and you see this later, hopefully the highlights, hopefully it gives you hope. We're still on this journey. Sucks I can't stream like I was, but we still on this. Say what's up to chat, El.
what's up, chat?
Alright, so did you guys eat dinner?
Yeah.
I'm about to come eat. Is it good?
Yeah. Kinda. Oh yeah, I gotta say my thing.
Say it.
What's up, chat? Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below.
Good job, girl. That was good.
Kenzie. She's laughing at me.
Whatever, laugh at her back.
Oh, you're so ugly.
No, don't do that. I'm just kidding. Oh, good. Alright, guys, stop. Stop.
Okay.
Stop. Jeez Louise. Alright. Come on.
Nobody's gonna comment about me.
The regular, I kind of did this out of nowhere because I won a couple of games.
I was here first. At least get out.
We're fine. You guys are both fine. Just stop. You guys are... Nobody wants to hear a bunch of kids, are you? Alright.
So you have number 11?
Yeah, she's on...
Is she right there?
Yep, that's her. She's number 9 on this, but that's her. She's a beast. I'm playing a really good team right now.
I was wearing her jersey earlier.
Heck yeah. And this is the white version of that jersey, actually. The one that I'm wearing.
Yeah, what if I just get both of her jersey colors?
That'd be crazy. You got the money for that?
No.
Give me the money, I'll get it for you.
I hope I get something, because she doesn't even play soccer.
Well, too bad. You could have had the Sophia Wilson. What a goal! Ha ha! Sophia Wilson.
Now subscribe for him making a poll.
A goal?
I mean a goal, not
you say
goal.
a
goal. Dad, now I'm you. I'm wearing your shoes.
Nice.
What's up, guys? Welcome. Peace. Why do you say peace at the end? Like, peace.
I just do. I just do, girl. It's just what happens.
Remember
oh, crap!
Me
Alright, back up. You're distracting me.
I'm distracting him.
No, and Kinsey, don't be mean. You'd stay in. Kinsey. Now you're in trouble.
Well, now it's less annoying. You have to admit it. See? You admitted it.
No, she's not annoying.
Yes, she is.
Els Bells, I need you. You're my good luck. Just shush. No. Good. Good run, Toze. Try to do a little shoulder shake. I like that. Now if you go left with your left stick, boom boom, quick. Come on, Soph. What was that? The game just glitched out right there. That was crazy. Oh, come on. Is that Swanson or Sophia? Ellie! Come on, I need my good luck charm. There it is! Oh, come on. Good, thank you. I need both you guys rocking and not arguing. Dude, they scored a sick goal, though. That ball he played was sick.
Where's the subscriber book?
Over on that table, I think. Or no, wait. Did we move that, didn't we?
Yeah.
I gotta find it. Where the heck is our subscriber book, girl?
I don't know. Bro, I need like 15 of those.
We'll find it.
I'll make another one.
No, hold on. Alright, good. No! Oh, and what a save. I got lucky. But I kind of got lucky. I kind of didn't because... that was like a lag reaction why I even got it. Good, go. Could have timed that better. What the hell? Dude, I'm telling you guys, it's like... I waited for the perfect timing, too. It's like, it like slowed them up. Or it felt like that, at least. This would be a huge win. This is a sick team. No! Dude, of course. That's how it goes. It's like playing. Go ahead, Babesy. Alright. Once again, we got to go all out. I don't think Toza scored either. Trying to force it, guys, because I want Toza to score. Good, Williams. Good. That's huge. Oh, my God. See what I'm saying, though, guys? Who would ever lose that there? Like, I had so much time. Look at this. It's like a handicap. I don't understand it. It's making no sense. All right, scoot back, babe. I got to move.
I'll read you the comments.
Well, there's none. Those are... I've already read those. It's not... This isn't going to have what you think. This isn't like the last one had a bunch of... Good, come on. Toza. Oh my gosh. That's it. I'm telling you guys, man. It's like a big setup. Big setup. All right, I'm getting off. I can't play with these knuckleheads all around, and it's. I'll talk to you guys later.
You said I was your lucky block.
I know, but now you're not because I lost 3-2 to AI. I'm kidding. I lost one already. But I'm going to get off and eat and stuff. Hey, if you weren't on for the beginning, check out that defensive tutorial. I promise you're going to cook. I haven't lost since. Sucks that the gameplay isn't as good, that I have to resort to just this type of stuff. I will do drafts and stuff like that. The occasional rivals, but it's just, for whatever reason, streaming just destroys the gameplay. There's no way that I can go back to that. It's been better. It's been